Well, shoppers are again being urged to check their carts and their crispers, as another E. coli scare sparks a recall of some cauliflower and lettuce. And Arthi Pol has the latest on this. So Arthi, what are we learning?
So this is a recall that was issued by the Canadian Food Inspection Agency today, and that was also in conjunction with the FDA and the CDC across the border. So this is stemming from a farm that is based in Santa Maria, California, and it's a recall of cauliflower, red and green lettuce from Adam Brothers Family Farms because it may be contaminated with E. coli. And now, as you mentioned, this is not the first time that we've seen that there's been a recall in recent history. It was just a few weeks ago that there was also a recall involving romaine lettuce, and that was south of the border. In terms of the distribution, even though this is a farm that's based in California, the distribution of these particular products is really across the country. But take a look at the specific places here where the CFIA is warning that this product has been sold in some stores. So that's a lot of the provinces, and they say that there are other provinces or cities that may not be on the list just yet. So it's something that they are continuing to update. Now, when we're talking about that previous recall that occurred involving romaine lettuce, we know that there were reported cases of about 59 hospitalizations involving 23 people. And it was that investigation that then led to this new information involving the cauliflower and the red and green leaf lettuce now that is included into this wider recall. Now, in terms of what could happen, we know that it might not look like it's spoiled, it might not smell bad, but it can still make you sick. The symptoms can include nausea, vomiting, mild to severe abdominal cramps, and also diarrhea. What should people do? Well, here is some advice for individuals. You should throw out or return any of the recalled products. That's the first step that you can take. If you do have any questions, you can contact the retailer if you're unsure whether the product is affected. And finally, if you think you may have consumed it or come into contact with it, you can also get in touch with your doctor. So that's some advice for individuals who might be worried that they've come in contact with this produce. Natasha.
Okay, really great advice, Arthi. In the meantime, are we hearing anything from the company involved in the recall?
Well, the company itself is saying that they're really acting out of an abundance of caution. They say that, in fact, they don't believe that it was contaminated specifically, but it may have come into contact with some contaminated water. Let's pull up an excerpt from the statement from the company. They say the recall was initiated after it was discovered that sediment from a reservoir near where the produce was grown tested positive for E. coli. They went on to say in their statement that this is filtered and treated water from the reservoir that may have come in contact with the produce after it was harvested. None of the filtered treated water has tested positive for E. coli. All E. coli tests returned negative. Natasha.
Okay, thank you, Arthi.
You're welcome.